Hello again, it's Coach Greg Douglas here, and I want to talk to you today about a new program called Phoenix Power Rising. I know, another program, just what you're looking for, right? I thought the exact same thing. Well, here we are, Thursday, May 12th. Tuesday, May 10th was the day that I was approached with this site by a trusted colleague of mine, a leader in one of the top rev shares on the internet marketing scene. And if it was anybody else, well, there are very few exceptions. Anybody else, I wouldn't be listening. So he did talk to me about it and explained that this is a little bit different. Uh, a lot of people, if you're hesitant, I'm talking to you, if you're hesitant to get involved in internet marketing or online business, e-commerce, or anything like that, just because you don't know enough, or I might lose my money and I'm not sure how to do this, and what if it doesn't work? That's what this program is designed to address. This program here is a matrix program. You can see here, it's an example from their compensation plan that you have a matrix in front of you here where you become a leader when you're become a member of this program. And it is based on sponsorship for sure. But what they've done here is remove the risk. Terry is the owner of this site, and she's what we call the benevolent benefactor here, and she's actually funding your positions to start with. We expect that this isn't going to last forever, so there, I would say time is of the essence if you're looking at getting into this with a risk-free position. That's right, risk-free. You've got a $120 startup fee, and that will purchase you your position in the matrix here. Now, if you want to go in right away and get started, you can absolutely fund that. You just with a Pay Quicker account, you can send them the 120 bucks and get started right away. But if you're okay with a little bit of lag time and waiting, they'll actually fund you. So all you need to do is you click on the link below to get started. You can set up a free account, and then you just wait. Like I said, there's the option to get started, and you can pay right away. But if somebody's going to fund it for you and take the risk, I'd say let them. So if you can be a little bit patient, they will actually put the $120 into your account and purchase your spot in the matrix. You get to start, and then at that point, it's not free money. You do have to pay it back, but you pay it back from profits. So as soon as you've earned the $120, you put that back in, and then they take that 120 and give it over to the next person that's coming on board, and hopefully somebody that's coming on board with you. Because really, if you've been concerned about the risks involved with internet marketing or online businesses, they take it away for you here. There's nothing. I can't see any downside to starting and at least giving this a shot, because there's really not a lot to do. If you're afraid and shy and don't want to sponsor somebody, or afraid to sponsor somebody, or don't want to talk, or afraid you're going to look silly, then don't. I mean, obviously, if you're going to sponsor people, you make more commissions, but really what it comes down to is because everybody only has a left side and a right side, when people do get sponsored, once these positions are filled, they have to go down underneath. So in this position, in this case, if Michael and Jerry were on board and none of these other people were here, the next person that this leader, let's say it's you, sponsors, is going to have to go somewhere into this matrix. It's got to go underneath. If these are all open, then it can go underneath Michael into where the spot is where David is. And that's called spillover. So if you get somebody sponsored into your team that's become a member through somebody else being their actual sponsor, but they show up in your matrix, that's called spillover. And it doesn't matter how they get there. Whether you sponsor them or somebody else does, all you need to do is start filling up these rows. So we've got row 2, that'll pay you 60 bucks. Row 4, row of 4. Row number 3 is it'll pay you $90 once it's filled, and the bottom row, once it's filled, pays you $150 for a total of $300 in commissions. And then it starts all over again. You automatically will rebuy into the next matrix. You'll start it all over again. $120 gets deducted from the account automatically, so you end up netting out $180. But if you paid off your 120 loan, so you're up 60 bucks. You've cycled. That means you've created a new matrix, and you're all over again, and you get to start all over. So you're up $60 right off the bat as soon as this happens, and then after that, you get to keep the entire 300. And as soon as that happens, yeah, it's going to start all over again and get you another position. So that'll get you another $180 profit. Now, the faster this happens, the faster you can get paid. Today is, as I said, May 12th. This is now not even my second full day. I've brought in 34 affiliates so far, and it has not been very hard. I talk to people and say, hey, look, somebody else is going to take the risk. They're going to get started. You're going to get started on somebody else's nickel. You got to pay them back. That's the only catch. But I mean, really, how many people have asked that? Well, I can't afford to start a business. Can you maybe lend me the money? Yes, that's how this works. We'll lend you the money to get started. So if that's not clear, then click on the link again and connect with me. I'll answer any questions you've got. But as far as the program and its performance, this is, sorry, wrong window here. I've got a bunch open. Now, again, they say earnings are not guaranteed, and my results are not necessarily typical, but this is what's happened in a couple of days. As I said, I started on the 10th, so I cycled on the 11th, 1, 2, 3 times. I filled up those matrices and 300, 300, 300. And again, it happened on the 12th. So it happened again this morning already. So I've got a couple more matrices started here, 3 more. One of them already has two people in it. And then I've also gone into level 2 here, which is it's a $500 entry into it. But again, you can pay for that out of the profits. It just gets deducted from your earnings, from your account. And I've already filled up the first row. So if you look at that compensation, where did it go? Sorry, there we are. If you look at level 2, that's another matrix, same thing, 14 people to get started or to fill it up. I have 2 people in this row, but these are people that are in at the $500 level instead of the 120. That's it. So I have 2 people there. That's 300. So I almost have my seed out for this one already. And then by the time this level fills up, that'll be 450 on top of what I've earned, so 750. And boom, there I'm ahead. And then the other 750 filling at the bottom. So that's 1,500 is what you earn by filling up this. And I have absolutely no doubt in my mind, as I'm seeing how fast this is growing, that that's going to be happening for me. And again, results not typical, but there's no reason why it can't be happening for you. So that's what's happened for me. If you take a look at my account overview, this is a snapshot from this morning. 1,560 earned. I have 250 in my balance. I have done a test withdrawal. You can get paid by an actual check, a cashier's check made out to you. So that's what I've requested. So it takes about 2 to 3 business days to process, and then it comes out of the States. I live in Canada, so I'm expecting a week or 2, but we'll see how that goes. And 810 is how much has been deducted. The paid amount there is how much is actually spent on repurchasing in and getting new positions into new matrices, so you can earn more again. Now, yeah, that's an ongoing cost to the business, 120 or $500 for each level that you start, and there is actually a level 3 if you want to go all the way up and get into the really big bucks. That is here. That one is a $2,000 entry fee, and then it pays you out a total of $7,500. So clearly I'm not at that spot yet, but it has only been 2 days. And so, like I said, I've got a check coming now for 500, and that's, as they say, checks in the mail. We'll see what happens when that comes, and I'm looking forward to that. But really, 2 days worth of effort talking to people about something where they have no risk and are able to start. If you can sponsor and refer others to this program, you'll make more. Guaranteed, your positions are going to fill up faster. You're going to get these levels filled and get those $300 cycles happening faster. If you are so inclined and just want to sit and wait and see, well, at least you've got your spot. If Michael here didn't do anything and they just sat and waited, but the leader here was, say, somebody like me who was talking to a lot of people, Michael really doesn't have to do anything. He can sit here, and David and Mary and Randy and Larry are going to get filled in by people like me, and people above me, my sponsor, my upline, are going to be dropping people in, because that's how spillover works. I've dropped in 32 people into my team's positions because I've sponsored 34 so far. So 2 of them are, one on my left, one on my right, and then that's the end of where I can sponsor directly to me. Everything else is going to go under one of them or somebody underneath them. That's how this whole thing works. So yeah, if everybody turns out to be like Michael and not do anything, not talk to anybody, it's going to go slowly. But if you can open your mouth and say, hey, there's a great program here, they've removed all the risk, why don't you give it a shot? And sign up their friends, even your family, your spouse, your partner, any adult children. That there's no restrictions on it like that, so you're able to do pretty much anything as far as sponsoring. You can talk to anybody. others. The world is your oyster, unless you live in a place that the United States does not do business with. So I don't even think that includes Cuba now. I know Obama's talking to the leaders there, and they're talking about removing all that sanctions, but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, the world is your oyster. Phoenix Power Rising is a great program. It looks very, very simple. Uh, I'll be very happy to post my proof when the check comes in the mail. Until then, what's the risk? Give it a shot. Click on the link below. Secure your spot in here before I keep filling it up. I might as well be filling it up underneath you, and then I'll show you if you have any questions on how to sponsor and how to have those conversations. That's what I'm here for. They call me Coach Greg Douglas for that reason. Okay, let's talk. Let's see how it works. Get yourself started. No more excuses. No more fear. If you want things that people around you have but you don't think you can afford, you might have to start doing some changes in your life. And this is one really, really easy and very positive change. And once you start experiencing cash flow that comes from your earnings that are from business as opposed to your 9-to-5 slave job, then your world will be a different place. And I'd love to have you in this world. Click on the link. Let's get started. Thanks. See you in the next video.